and the moon and the planets are there, and new hopes for knowledge and peace are there. And therefore, as we set sail, we ask God's blessing on the most hazardous and dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
What's happening, everybody? Coach MBO, Coach Sagasta. Yo, no sugar in my coffee, and we raw right now. So it's been an honor, straight up. It has been an absolute honor to definitely wake up at 2:50 and absolutely be on. So for people on Periscope, people on YouTube, I tried something. Absolutely, I was asked about doing something. I was asked to do something out of my comfort zone, you might say. But I am a comfort killer. I am a comfort killer. My sister Stacy A. Cross, no E in her name. I am a comfort killer. So when the question was asked, when the favor was asked, or when it was pressed upon me to wake up at 2:50 and to do a live from 2:50 on. I think there was only one section that we actually got disconnected, but nonetheless, like from Russia, thank you so much for tuning on. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. Oh man, that's awesome. You guys are awesome, straight up. I thank you so much. So getting up early this morning and jumping on live for the very first time. I've had many followers just following. My sister Ruana has definitely been following, and Richard was up this morning. Joseph was up this morning. I'm trying to think of, I think somebody, who else was up? I'm trying to remember, Dolores, I think it was Dolores or Drina. I'm just trying to remember like different individuals that were up with me. I know Richard was definitely up with me. I know Brian was definitely up with me. I know Joseph was definitely up with me. At the crack of dawn. We call it the crack of dawn. For me, I beat the roosters up. Like I beat the rooster. I beat the sun from coming up. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Like this is what I do this every single day. And like people on Facebook actually got to see exactly what I do every single morning. And you guys could definitely attest. There were times of engagement. Like, I would stop reading and I would engage with them. And then there were times where I'd get back into my reading and then I would express what I'm doing. And then I would get back engaged with them, or I'd spend time writing, or I'd spend time in harmonization where I'd start thinking about things and then I'd put it on paper, So I express this to you that way you guys understand, like, where I'm at, what's going on. So if you're tuning on Periscope, it's No Sugar, My Coffee. I am Coach Sagasta, and this is my show, my morning show, every single morning, 365. So I appreciate you guys for being on, and I can only hope that, today is a new day, that you make today a special day, okay? Make it a phenomenal day, as we say, okay? Definitely. I appreciate you guys for being on. From Russia. That's awesome. I got so many friends and followers around the world, and I appreciate you guys for being on so much. I thank you guys so much for sharing the video, sharing the content. It's awesome. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Because you have exactly 27 days. 27 days, and 2016 will be absolutely behind you. Be behind you. No more in front of you. Now you have a head start. You have an absolute head start to start being more accountable for who you are, where you are, and where you're going for 2017. And the reason why I share that right now is because it is absolutely important. It is absolutely important that you start gravitating toward what you want and where you're at and what you want to attain for 2017. So hear me out, because this is important. I want you guys to really get something here before you take off. So today is December 4th. And for those people that are in Philadelphia, if you are in Philly or somebody in Philly, get engaged, because the man, Dr. Thomas, I can, I will, I must, the hip hop preacher, the guru, the boss, the man that puts it down, will be in Philly today. So, it's time for you to get engaged. It's time for you to meet the mentor, the individual that helped transform me to who I am today. The man that pushed me beside him, and Deshaun Wright, and many others in my path have definitely pushed me into excelling something in life, something great and grand, something that just exposes and oozes greatness. you know, they've helped me do that. And it's for my family, it's my wife, for my faith, of course. But let's get into it, man. I don't want to miss this opportunity. So here we are. It says right here, I love this. This is in chapter 4, verse 5. It says, get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not. Neither decline from thy word of thy mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing here. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all get understanding. That last verse right there, yo, that last verse is like what everything, well, you should definitely start embarking on what is true wisdom, what is true information, what is true knowledge, what is the antidote that me, you, and everybody that's around you needs. And it says right here, it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is the principal. It's the master. It's the schoolmaster. Wisdom is the principal thing, okay? Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy get understanding. Get the wisdom, get understanding, you get knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have that in order. Get the wisdom, get understanding, get the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Have it in order. Get knowledge, get understanding, get wisdom. You know what? Have it in order. Have it in the principle, as it said. Get the principle of it. This is the opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that and say, you know what? That's where you must direct your life. All right, so now I'm about to unleash right now. So are you ready for the accountable board? Because I don't want you to miss the accountable board. The accountable board is real. So hear me out. I'm gonna bring it to you guys right now. You guys, I hope you guys are ready. Let me adjust the camera for you guys, because I don't want you guys to miss this opportunity. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it now, and then I will speak to you behind the camera, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, then we'll get back in front of the camera. All right. All right, so this basically is the accountable board as I drew it up. The accountable board is very, very helpful. So if you can definitely see the accountable board, the accountable board over here, you have victim. So for those people that can see it, it's victim. You have victim over there, and that's victim. So the accountable board helps you guys to understand exactly what I'm talking about. This is the victim stage. So this big long line over here is where you need to be at. And as you see, I put up Grant Cardone's, one of Grant Cardone's quotes there. It says, normal is contagious and is the worst action ever taken. And that's so true, but I also ultimately look at, what is being said over here with this quote over here, and this quote right here, this is by Frederick Douglass. He said, where there is no struggle, there is no progress. And that's absolutely true. One thing that I take you guys back to over here, as I like to, definitely educate individuals. Let me see if I can move this over here. There we go. There we go. Okay. So in this section right here, you have victim, and some of the sources of this victim mentality, is those people that are going through life. They're going through life, and in the transition of their life, they're having what we call a time of woe, and it's due because of their excuses. It's due because of their blame game, or they're lazy, or they're procrastinating. You know what I'm saying? So when ultimately, and many people in this time right now, today in today's society, they're fitting in between this sector of the two right here. So you have excuses. Everybody has got an excuse for something at some shape or form in their life. And so they're being victim. They're being a victim. You know what I'm saying? They're in that stage. And then you've got the blame game. They blame everybody for everything. So they stop making excuses. So the person stops making excuses and they start blaming people. You know what I'm saying? They're blaming individuals. They're saying, yo, it's his fault, it's her fault, it's his fault, it's her fault. So they fall blameless. They're blaming everybody. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the victim state. And there's so many people today that are falling in that category. I'm like, how do you guys fall in that category? Why? Why can't you transform yourself? Why can't you ask for help and transform yourself from victim to come over here to accountability? Do you get what I'm saying? You got to get involved. You got to engage. You got to engage. You have to. It's a must. And I share this with people because I want people to understand, like, this didn't happen one night for me. It was a process because I was over here. I was sitting over here too. I was just like many people around the world. I was sitting over here. I was lazy. I was procrastinating. I was putting the blame game, and I was always making excuses for why I wasn't doing anything. And then I woke up. Then I actually got engaged. I got involved. And I share this with you because it's a true testimony of what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So let me get a drink of my coffee real quick. So it's a quick testimony of like, I came from here all the way over here. It got to about here, and sometimes I would backtrack back. You know what I'm saying? But then I came over to accountability. When I came over to accountability, I started owning up to it. You know what I'm saying? I started owning up to my problems. I started owning up to the things that I was doing in life that were wrong, and I started getting engaged. That was one of the biggest things. I started getting engaged. And so I found solutions. I found strategies, and they helped me through life to stay on the accountable part. So when I learned about accountability, one thing that I really transformed into is being responsible. So being responsible and accountable for my actions and the things that I was doing, I was owning up to whatever I did. I would own up to it. So it was relieving some of the stress, some of the anxiety, some of the depression. It was relieving that because I was being absolutely 120 accountable for my actions. And so I found solutions. Like I said, I found solutions. It was through different books. Now, I know that everybody's not going to be a reader. You might be an orator. You might want audio. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I had to find solutions to my problems. And I found the solutions. And I started learning to read. And I started embracing it. Okay. And I started changing it. And I started living it every single day, 365. And for everybody that's new to my morning show, No Sugar in My Coffee, that's what I started doing. It's right here. I was committed. I stayed on the commitment path. I stayed and I started seeing the results, and I started seeing the happiness of everything. So I share my board with you. That way you understand, like, you have to, at some point in time, you have to make a decision. Are you going to stay right here in this sector of life forever over there on a victim stage? Or are you going to transform yourself or ask for help, swallow your pride, swallow your arrogance, and ask for help and get over to accountability? This is what I said. I said, why do you stand there? Where do you stand and why do you stand there? Where do you stand and why do you stand there? You got to ask yourself, like, at what point in time, at what section of my life do I want to start getting better? Let me fix this camera. And we do everything absolutely raw here. Okay, I don't hold back on things. It's like one of the things that I share with you. I rather get wisdom. I rather learn than be ignored. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you reprove me than not. And that's one of the biggest essence, man. Is the accountability board is definitely an expression of what you could absolutely do in life. But you have to come away from being, like I said, like being a victim, being in that victim category, that sector of your life where you're a victim, where you're absolutely sitting there and you're making excuses. Like I said, almost 98% of the human population always has an excuse, or nonetheless, they're always putting the blame game. Those are the two sectors that I find today to a lot of people, and you can hear it. You can absolutely hear it. Sometimes you might be just standing next to somebody that's definitely going to put the blame game on something, or make an excuse for something. And I find that just crazy because you know what? That's not where you want to be at. You want to break away from being the victim and follow yourself to being over with accountable individuals. Being accountable, being able to own up to it. And I shared this segment a while back. I shared a message like this a while back, like owning up to yourself, owning up, because you owe it to yourself. to be the best. You owe it to yourself to be the best. And I told an individual yesterday, I was like, look, you got to be the best for who you are, what you are, and where you want to be in life. You cannot continue to sit there in life and think that, yo, great things, opportunities are going to come to me. If you haven't visited my website, please visit my website and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Go to the bottom of my website and you'll see the test that I gave individuals. Okay, a speaking engagement, I gave a test to these kids. I wanted to see exactly where they were at. And I promise you, 50 kids, man, only one jumped up for the opportunity. And that just goes to show you, you know what? You have the opportunity, you got to go out and grab it. You cannot wait. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's a fine principle. That's a fine principle of where we're at. You got too many people that are expressingly sitting down, waiting for opportunity to come to you, and you're putting the blame. You're in the victim stage. You're putting the blame on everybody. Why? It's his fault why opportunities are not coming my way. Or you're making excuses. I got a cold today. I'm sick. I don't feel good. I lost $50. You know, my brother just passed away. My mom. You know what? You're making excuses, man. My brother committed suicide. I had to make the choice to pull my mom off of life support. Are you hearing me? I was abused as a child. I was homeless as a child. I made bad decisions in life, doing drugs at a young age, going to jail, almost sentenced to 5 years in prison. I pleaded my own case before the judge. I stood up before the judge and I pleaded my own case. I served myself. I didn't ask for an attorney. I defended myself. And with the help of God, I was able to be relieved from all that. Are you hearing me? Like I stopped making excuses. I could have been a part of the statistics in the suicide rate or the prison rate, or been an absolute person of an absent mind and be a whoremonger. You get what I'm saying? And allowed the hobgoblin to continue to rob me of my joy, rob me of my great things in life. I could have been staying in the victim stage, but I made a choice. In 2010, I made a choice. And then in 2015, I made a choice and a promise that I was going to be the best, that I was going to work towards the best because I deserve the best. So I moved over to do accountability, which is my responsibility each and every single day. That's why I appreciate all those that got on, all those people that got on this morning that were on with me from 2:50 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? They were up early with me from 2:50 in the morning. There was individuals that were coming on, getting off, coming on, get on Facebook, Periscope, on YouTube, Periscope. What I'm saying is like, yo, they seen, yo, like Coach Sagasta is 100. I'm 120. I grind. I get up with 120. I get up with enthusiasm. I get up and I get to the bathroom. I wash my face with determination and brush my teeth with optimism every single day. No delay, no excuses. Just greatness, just the opportunity that I get out every single morning and I achieve it. You cannot. Go to my website. It's www.coaching, all one word, coaching beyond, okay, BEYOND.org, coachingbeyond.org. Again, that's www.coaching, COACHING, beyond, all one word, okay, BEYOND, okay, .org. Go to my website. Go to the very bottom of my website and watch that video. Out of 50 kids, one individual jumps up and grabs the opportunity. 1 out of 50. You ask yourself, are you one of the 49 individuals sitting on your bottom thinking that opportunity is going to come to you? Because it doesn't. You'll be sitting there in the victim stage forever. You will be sitting in that victim stage forever. You will be lazy. You will be procrastinating. You will definitely be making excuses, and you will most definitely put the blame on everybody but you. You know, I used to tell my kids, when anytime they pointed a finger, I said, don't point your finger because there are 3 pointing back at you. You can point 2, 1, 2, but there are 3 that are pointing back at you. So stop putting the blame on everybody else and start putting the blame on yourself. I told one individual yesterday, I said, you need to go to the mirror and self-assess yourself. Get to accountability with me. Roll over here with me, because I promise you, you'll see better things when you're on the accountability side. That's a fact. Doors start opening up. Are you hearing me? Get to the accountability side. It's nobody's fault but your own. When you see things going wrong, it's because somebody's trying to get your attention. God Almighty's trying to get your attention. You going through so much woe, it's because somebody's trying to get your attention. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? This was a great time. YouTube, Facebook, I appreciate you guys for being on. Facebook, I got love, and I appreciate you guys for being on. Thank you guys for so much for sharing the video. But this is where your heart set needs to be. Your heart set, not your mindset, your heart set. The heart and soul set should be on the affections above, but also, on the things that you truly want. Your heart set has got to be 100. Your heart set has got to be 100. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stop being the victim and start being accountable. Own up to your problems. Own up, and you know what? Find the solutions and strategies. And if you need help, man, ask. Swallow your pride, man. That's the worst thing you ever want to have in your life. You don't want to have pride. You might have little small bit, but you need to take it, I'm serious. Like, be very humble. Come from over here from the victim stage, come to accountability, be humble, be low, be meek, be of kindness, be of a great heart. Heart sense, heart sense means right peace of mind, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely think about that today, man. I appreciate you guys for being on. I love you guys. I thank you so much. There's nothing more that I appreciate than you guys watching and listening. I always tell you guys, man, the best form of communication is listening. And I've been doing it for 6 years, 12 months, 1,114 hours. So that's where we're at today. I appreciate you guys for tuning on. Make the rest of this day, make the rest of this new week. Today's Sunday, man. It's a new week. Make this new week the best week. I promise you. If you move away from a victim and you move over to accountable, you'll see some great things. I know that for a fact. I'm a living testimony of it. Okay? So I appreciate you guys. Have a great and beautiful day. And I look forward to seeing you guys tonight. If not, tomorrow morning. No sugar in my coffee. Hey, no sugar in my coffee. I'm telling you, like, it's real, man. It's real. It's a real deal. I gotta send a little bit more love to my Facebook because they've been with me since 2:50 this morning. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys for being on YouTube and Periscope. Blessings, blessings, blessings. You know what they say, man.